Today I went on a bit of a journey. I had a 2-hour road trip ahead of me, which for pretty much every sensible human being doesn't sound like a lot. But for a little troglodyte goblin like me who very rarely leaves his hidey hole here, and I never really venture past the immediate Tampa area, this was like the Oregon Trail for me. 2 hours may as well have been like a full-blown expedition here, like complete with rations and everything. And at the beginning of that 2-hour trip, I saw this video floating around on Twitter about a streamer having an argument with his girlfriend over something really confusingly silly. Even when we got to our destination and finished our task, completed the quest, and drove back, I still had it like in the back of my noodle here, just kind of jumbling around in my noggin because it's so baffling that this argument ever even happened in the first place. Like, if this was written into a movie's plot, I'd say that's AI-generated gobbledygook because no one would ever argue about something so stupid.
Hey guys, it's Riley. Oh my god.
Riley never told me about this, bro. She never told me about this. This is news to me right now.
It's Riley.
I'm doing a little talk show.
Damn, she hiding stuff from me? Bro, she never told me about this. I'm surprised. I'm like, what the fuck? I never heard about it. I thought she would tell me something like this.
But why, though? It's a totally innocent YouTube video she made 10 years ago with her friends in high school. It's not like he just stumbled across something important. It's not like he learned some life-ruining information about his significant other here, where he found out that her secret identity is Jack the Ripper and she's some kind of serial killer. It's not like he even stumbled across something like she is a former adult film star that she hid from him. Like, he found her hidden OnlyFans, where she was casting forbidden jutsu with her butthole for $5 on OnlyFans or whatever. It was nothing like that. It's literally just like a single YouTube video she made with her friends in high school that was seen by like 300 people. I think it had like 300 views, but I imagine a lot of that came from his community going over to it. Realistically, it was probably seen by only like 2 or 3 people in the immediate friend circle of that group, and then left to die, just buried in the YouTube dusty library of videos that never ever see the light of day again. But somehow, someone in chat, like an archaeologist, cleaned off this fossil and submitted it to him as like a, brother, look at this. Did you know she made a YouTube video 10 years ago? And he seems so disturbed by it. And the chat starts enabling this insecurity saying, damn, she's hiding things from you. Like, what do you mean? This is like the most innocent YouTube video ever. We're in a day and age where pretty much everyone you interact with on a daily basis has a digital footprint. Everyone is filming themselves in every aspect of their life all the time and uploading it. It'd be more uncommon to find someone that's just off the grid and has no Instagram videos or YouTube videos, TikTok videos, something like that in their past.
She was on a YouTube video? She never told me this? I'm finna crash out. This is wild. Yeah, bro, she never told me this. Yeah, how are you not gonna tell me you did? Oh, so convenient. You're on speaker. You're on speaker now, by the way. But that's weird. That's weird that you never told me this.
I literally forgot about that. I don't know how they found that. I totally forgot about that.
It's more weird that you would want to know that. It's totally understandable that you would forget filming a single YouTube video, or even a couple of YouTube videos, 10 fucking years ago if it never took off. Like, what do you mean? This isn't some kind of like, oh my god, I'm dating a lying harpy. I'm dating a charlatan. Like, this is, like, the YouTube video is legitimately a nothing burger, and he's blowing this way out of proportion. He calls her up like it's some kind of emergency, like, I saw what you were trying to hide from me. You filmed a YouTube video 10 years ago with your friends, didn't you? You had your own little podcast at one point, huh? Oh, I can't. I've never been so hurt in my life. How could you have lied to me and kept this information a secret? Like, this is something you would forget about, like 100%. I don't understand, like, how this could even be an issue. That just feels like complete insecurity, or maybe like this desire for him to know, like, every single aspect of everything she's ever done. I don't really know. That's why I'm saying I can't really wrap my head around how this could even become an issue. This would be one of those things, like, if a chatter linked it, it'd be more concerning how they found it, A, and B, it'd be like, oh, that's interesting. Haha, I mean, what a goofy little find. Like, it's not a big deal, no matter how you spin it. And yet, somehow, he found a way to make it a big deal.
Interesting. I'm surprised you didn't tell me this. What do you mean, thanks? I'm surprised you never told me this. This is crazy. I gotta find this out from the chat.
This is really embarrassing. Thanks.
It's embarrassing for her, not me.
Why would that be embarrassing for you? What kind of delusional fantasy land are you getting bullied in? What do you mean? Like, who's gonna start shooting spitballs at you and throwing tomatoes? Boo! This guy stinks! 10 years ago, his girlfriend filmed a YouTube video once. Like, I don't understand. Oh, God, look, jeepers creepers, guys. I can't eat. I can't sleep. My girlfriend made a YouTube video 10 years ago. Yeah, so anyway, I broke up with her.
I didn't explain myself, which is really fucking annoying.
Why wouldn't you tell me about that?
First of all, I totally forgot about that. You could
That's
look
convenient.
It was so long ago. We never made it a serious thing. We filmed like 2 things.
We started 10 Talks together, and we like talked about being on a podcast, and you were like, I've never done anything like this before.
That wasn't
so
a
it's like people are saying like, oh Yuri, why are you making a big deal? What's a big deal is it feels like I've been lied to. That's what it feels like.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
How is that in any way construed as her lying to you? About what? Do you also need her high school report card so you can check each individual grade in every subject? Like, if it turns out she flunked out of chemistry in her sophomore year of high school, are you going to say that she's a liar for not telling you that she's bad at chemistry or something? Like, what? I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. It's entirely reasonable that she would have forgot about this, given it was 10 years ago, basically. And according to her, they only filmed, like, 2 videos, and it wasn't even, like, a podcast or anything. They just, like, talked at a camera, it seems, about nothing, really. Like, I tried so hard to figure out what there is to even be hurt by in this situation here, or what, like, you could feel betrayed by, and I just don't get it. He tries to say, like, they filmed something together and she said it was her first time doing a podcast, which seems to be a truthful statement regardless of this unearthed YouTube video, because this was just her friends sitting down talking about nothing. And it's very understandable that that's something that would have 100% slipped their mind, since they never made a series out of it. They never did anything with it past like 1 or 2 videos 10 years ago, a decade ago.
I wasn't lying to you. I genuinely forgot about it because it was never a serious thing.
I don't even know who those people are.
That's my friend Karina.
Cool.
And that's my friend Dalton, my gay friend Dalton. You could clearly
yeah, obviously, but I'm glad I'm learning this through someone in the chat 4 years later into our relationship.
I don't even know how they fucking found that. I didn't even know that that was out there.
So you were relying on the fact that I would not find that out.
How am I lying?
No, I'm saying you were relying on the fact that I would not find it out.
Why is it a big deal?
It's not. But
stupid video.
But you're like, oh, I can't believe you found that. You should have never seen that.
When did I ever say that?
Yeah, now he's really reaching deep into his asshole to pull things out to be upset about. He's fighting ghosts. He's having an argument with an imaginary enemy in his own mind here. Like, it's not like she was relying on the fact that you'd never find this. This is something that she would never be thinking about in the first place, because it is absolutely just not a big deal. And the fact that you did see it is not a big deal either. Like, at all. I don't know why he starts, like, questioning her, like, I don't even know who those people are. It's like, well, yeah, you probably don't. It was 10 years ago, and I'm guessing they're not friends 10 years after high school, right? Like, it's just not that deep. Like, it's not hiding something from you. It's just, like, who cares about it? Like, why is that something she'd ever think to bring up? Like, sitting you down, listen, we need to have a serious talk. I made a YouTube video 10 years ago. No, there was nothing, like, bad about it. We just actually talked about nothing, but I needed you to know. I filmed a YouTube video once. Like, what's the conversation even supposed to look like there? It's it's a profound nothing sandwich here. There is nothing to be upset about. And yet he is still going on and on about it. I won't show you too much more. I'll just go ahead and show you how it ends, where he just decides to end stream in a bad mood about it, mad at her.
I don't understand how, like, you like just don't remember, like, oh yeah, we did this thing before.
I'm not thinking.
It's not like
wasn't a series. I was never on a podcast. Okay. I was never doing YouTube like that. I made a video before on YouTube.
Bruh. I'm just gonna stream, guys.
That's so stupid.
Everyone, have a good night. Peace.
No.
She's absolutely right. That is so stupid. I couldn't believe the argument that I had listened to here, so I just had to talk about it. That's really about it. So yeah. Have you ever been bullied? I'm assuming all of you said yes to that, because pretty much everyone in the world at some point in their lives has been made fun of for something. But if you're someone who said no, you're most likely a liar. Or the coolest person on the planet, you're very fortunate. God bless you, I suppose. But it's time you start getting bullied, so I'll go ahead and be your first experience with it. Fuck you, stupid face. Now we're all on an even playing field. So I'm sure, like I said, all of us have experienced, in one way or another, being made fun of by our peers. But I think what very few of us have experienced is being bullied by the person who gave us life.
I am so pissy today. Just downright motherfuckers today.
This lady who kicks off this rant with a Chewbacca screech is an OnlyFans model who has a child. And she's about to go on this big spiel about how her child being sick at school has cock-blocked her. And she just starts insulting her own flesh and blood. Admittedly, I'm also a bit confused on what she even means when she says she's downright motherfuckers today. Am I out of touch, or is she the problem? I don't get what that means. It seems like she's just desperately trying to be, like, quirky.
I had to come up here. I had to come up here at fucking 11 o'clock in the afternoon. That's prime time. That's prime time. If you know what I mean.
She goes non-verbal there for a moment and starts spamming Fortnite emotes, but don't worry, I'm picking up what she's putting down here. So she's complaining that she's now had to go all the way out here at 11 o'clock in the afternoon, which immediately is news to me. I didn't know 11 o'clock made it to the afternoon. Feels like it probably shouldn't meet that criteria, but who am I to question such an intellectual? But she's upset because apparently 11 o'clock is prime time coitus. Which again, very enlightening information for me. My third eye is being forced open here to the truth. 11 o'clock feels like it'd be one of the most inconvenient times to schedule your fucking bedroom ham sandwich appointments. It feels like that's right in like the middle of the workday for a lot of normal people. It's also just generally early for such debauchery. But who am I to be questioning this? She's upset because it's now intruded upon her having sex. And now she's inconvenienced and she's irate.
But listen, so that's partly why I'm cranky, but I'm cranky because my child is 10. I had to come up to the school and I had to pick him up. Why? Why did I have to fucking pick this kid up? I had to pick this kid up because he's a man, okay? He's a little man and he's got a weak-ass stomach like fucking most men do.
She gets so heated that her eyes start going cross during this. He's not a little man. He's a little kid. He's 10 years old. He's a boy. And he was puking. It makes sense that the school would call the mother to come pick up the kid because he puked a few times. Can you imagine being the kid and seeing your mom just flaming you online in a viral rant? Like, that's gotta be downright diabolical to experience. Especially if, like, his classmates see it. That'll just be infinite ammunition to use against him anytime they want to make him feel bad. Just bring up that his mom insults him publicly online. It also feels so weird hearing his actual mother refer to him as this kid. That's like something you used to say on Xbox Live during some Call of Duty shit talking. Oh, this kid's just fucking camping, NoobTube one-man army, coward. Like, I don't know why she, like, harbors such disdain for him here over something he can't control. Puking.
So somebody busted ass in the library. He threw up not one time, not 2 times, but 3 times in the library. Fucking literally the nurse calls and she's like, you're gonna have to come pick up your son because he just vomited 3 times in the library, like exorcist style, all over the place. Why? He's not even sick. Some kid farted next to him and he said that it made his stomach feel bad.
She tries to channel her inner Jim Carrey here for the comedy of the video. And I'm not entirely sure if this is real or not, this story she's telling, or if she's just trying to put on some kind of performance. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much you try and dilute cringe, it's still cringe. The result will be the same here. She does have a child, and you are using him as the punchline of your joke, assuming this is all just a made-up story. And if anyone in his schools, from his class, sees this, they will undoubtedly make fun of him for it, because you are making fun of him. I remember when I was growing up, I used to get made fun of for being short, or actually there was a period in 4th grade where there was one guy in particular who used to make fun of me for having really red lips, so he called me Lipstick Boy. He was the only one that made fun of me in that manner, but for some reason that really struck a chord and it made me feel terrible. I couldn't imagine then going home and like hopping on TikTok and seeing my mom be like, my son just fucking puked 3 times because someone let out a stinky fart. What a weak boy. What a weak little man. And it makes me upset because I was about to fuck. I was about to have some naughty sex. And now I've got my stupid son who needs to get picked up from school. What a waste of time and what a waste of space that kid is. It's like, Jesus, that would hurt on such an unbelievably profound level. It would actually hurt more if this is a fake story. Like, Mom, why are you lying about me just to dunk on me for internet points? Like, Jesus, why are you treating me like a punching bag? And, of course, I'd go into school the next day, afraid, looking over my own shoulder, like, every step of the way down the hallway, wondering who's going to insult me if they happen to see my mom's viral video.
So I have to interrupt my day because some kid's got a rank asshole? That's a new kind of skip block. What? That's some bullshit. And I was like, does he have to pick it up? Like, can it be like an hour? Can we like work something out? And he was like, he needs to be picked up immediately because he threw up.
I really don't get why she tries to censor herself. So instead of saying cock block, she just puts up the C and then like, I don't know, stop sign. I actually don't really know what that was. A fucking force push at the camera. But like she does like mouth the words cock block, and I don't know why she doesn't just say it with her whole chest. She says bullshit, she says fuck. Like, it's not as though she's censoring bad words or anything. So what is the point in all of these huge, exaggerated Pixar animation gestures when talking about you having to leave getting piped to pick up your kid? I don't really understand the point of that.
He threw up because he has a weak stomach. What about the kid who busted ass so fucking bad that he cleared out an entire goddamn library? That seems like a problem. He seems like he should get some medical attention. Not my kid.
Busted ass doesn't mean what you think it means, lady. It doesn't refer to farting, it refers to falling and hurting yourself. That's when you bust ass. What you're looking for, what you're trying to use, is ripping ass. Ripping ass is what you're trying to describe here. You're not even using the correct terminology. You're not using the preferred scientific nomenclature to refer to this incident.
Not my kid who's just got a weak stomach. Damn. It's not, I'm gonna Kool-Aid man through the side of a wall today. That's what I'm gonna do. Yep, I'm gonna do because I'm pent up and I got a lot of aggression.
Here's what I think. I think at some level this story has true elements, but it's embellished for the sake of her being able to exaggerate because she thought it would make for a silly video that TikTok would gobble up. But I don't know why she thought it would go over well. At the core of this story she's telling, it's she's having sex, has to stop having sex because her child is puking at school, and she's insulting her child for that. It's a horrible look for you. This is not a story you'd ever share if it was true because it would be embarrassing and make you look like an very uncaring mom. But if it's fake, it makes you look like an attention-seeking clout chaser that will use their kid as a stepping stool, like a fucking doormat, for some clout. There's just no winners with whatever your plan was with this video. Regardless of the authenticity of the story told here, at the very least, it is cringe. So yeah, that's really about it. So yeah. People recording the most embarrassing moments of their lives and then proudly posting it online has become an extremely common trend. I'm still not entirely sure if they do it out of pure delusion, thinking that they're in the right or it makes them look good, or if they do it knowing that they're going to be a punching bag and a spittoon for the internet to just make fun of and point and laugh at. Ultimately, it doesn't really matter. I'm just happy to be brought along for the ride. They open up the door and they say, "Climb aboard, Charles. This train's bound for Cringe Town. Take your seat." So, I get to go on these pathetic journeys with our protagonists here, and today I've got a wacky one cooked up for you that I think probably a lot of you have seen, because apparently this went pretty viral on TikTok.
Whew. Let me just get the door for you. Okay. He got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car. Yes.
Our main character is upset because her date brought her to the Cheesecake Factory, and now she's refusing to get out of the car. Kind of like a toddler that refuses to get out of the car to go to school because they just don't want to go. She's just offended that he would dare take her to the Cheesecake Factory when that's not the most glamorous spot in the world.
Would you want me to open the door for you? Look. You're recording me?
Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory.
God, this just feels so sinister. The video opens with him being pretty sweet. He's like, oh, would you like me to get the door for you? You know, like quintessential Disney chivalry, basically. You know, and he goes around the side to get the door, and that's when he's ambushed with the realization, like, oh, you're recording me. And she's doing this all, like, very proud of herself for it, as if she's somehow, you know, winning this whole exchange like it's some kind of competition. Like, he brought me to the Cheesecake Factory, so I'm gonna film and shame him for this in front of my whole audience. It's what he deserved. He commits the crime of taking me to the Cheesecake Factory, an unforgivable sin, because she believes it's beneath her. She's entitled to the highest-end restaurant Bikini Bottom has to offer here. Not the Krusty Krab, not the Chum Bucket, but that one restaurant that takes place in the giant pirate ship. I forgot the name of it. And now that she's not there, she's having a tantrum and trying to put this guy on blast in front of her audience for it.
This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
You want to talk about it? I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Come on, get up on in the car. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
I really just don't even understand what the problem is in the first place. At risk of sounding like an out-of-touch fool, what the fuck is wrong with the Cheesecake Factory? I know it's become like a little bit of a meme over the last year or so, but it's not some like dilapidated, rinky-dink stink establishment that just serves toxic sludge and shoelaces like some kind of barren wasteland of bad food service or anything. It's a fine restaurant. It's a fine chain. I've never had like a negative experience there or anything. It's also not super cheap, so it's not like he's, you know, taking her to the worst place he could possibly find via Yelp reviews or anything. Like, I've always enjoyed the Cheesecake Factory. You're not gonna go there and find glory holes in the bathroom stalls or anything. It's a decent spot. So, I mean, if this dude was trying to wine and dine me at the Cheesecake Factory, I might end up strangling his cock with my bussy. I would be appreciative. Like, it's not a bad restaurant. And at the end of the day, it shouldn't matter what restaurant or whatever the date takes place in, because you're not really going for the establishment itself. You're going for the company of the other person to get to know them and see if you're compatible or see if you can have fun together. At least that's how I envision dating should be. I don't think you're usually going there to just try and get like a good meal out of it. It's usually to try and experience something with somebody else and see how things go, if you hit it off or not.
When you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted. So you're courting her, right? You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I agree. I went into this date as I expected.
While I appreciate the free tutorial on dating that she offers, I have to say, this lecture feels like some kind of monologue out of the climax of a romance anime. You're supposed to cherish, cover, protect her, keep her safe, wish her well. You're not going to the front lines of a fucking war zone. You're going to dinner. Like, what do you mean with all of this? It's not like he put you in harm's way. It's not like he, like, sat you down on landmines or something and played a game of chicken. Like, he says, you're just going to dinner, and he's done nothing wrong. You know, she's acting like she's the ADC in League of Legends and he's her support.
With the expectations for myself, to keep you safe, you know, to respect you, to pay for your food, of course, pick you up, of course, and just treat you like a gentleman, which I believe I have done.
I mean, you've been pretty nice, but I mean,
and then
Cheesecake Factory.
I, on the other hand, have certain expectations for a girl I go out with on the first date. I expect her to be respectful too.
That's totally reasonable. Expecting your date to be respectful. I think that's perfectly acceptable. This was extremely disrespectful from her. Not only to refuse to get out of the car because she didn't want to go to the Cheesecake Factory, but then to film this entire exchange blows my mind. How she couldn't process how bad she looks and how much she looks like an asshole here is beyond my comprehension. And I really think it just speaks to this main character syndrome that half of society is deluded with right now, where they're never in the wrong. It's all the props around them that are wrong. Now, there is another thing I want to mention. She doesn't have to go to the Cheesecake Factory just because her date brought her there. Like, let's say she treats the Cheesecake Factory like I do with Burger King. Hell on earth. You know, it's the worst place in the world. Maybe she hates the Cheesecake Factory as much as I hate James Corden, and she just really doesn't want to go. You can still handle this in a really appropriate adult manner by just simply saying something like, hey, look, I just don't like the Cheesecake Factory. I've never really enjoyed it. Is there any other restaurants we can go to tonight and that isn't here? And if not, maybe we can just reschedule and do something else some other time if that's okay. Like, you can still be super polite about it and have it be like a conversation with the other person, as opposed to just whipping out your phone to try and dogpile and shame this person because they took you to a restaurant that you think is beneath you.
I mean, I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a woman. But I got myself all made up.
There's nothing wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay, well, look at my planner, where we were gonna go originally.
I actually really wish she had dove into like all the problems with the Cheesecake Factory and just gave me her scathing review, because I'm trying to figure out what all she could hate so much about the place. But anyway, I skipped around a little bit here, but I'll fill in the blanks. The guy in the video is clearly starting to get very nervous because now not only is his date being directly disrespectful to him, but now he also has to talk to her audience. So he's like basically on trial right now, getting interrogated and getting pressed because he dared take his date to the Cheesecake Factory.
See, now that's where we should have went. All right there. Call him.
No.
What do you mean no?
See, I'm waiting for a reservation.
We can still get to know each other. Isn't there another restaurant you can call that, like, you know, the equivalent to that? I mean,
I literally
you don't understand. Look at me. I cannot go in the Cheesecake Factory.
There's nothing wrong with
I will die.
Oh my god, her attitude is so infuriating. It's like someone wrote her as a character in a show that everyone is supposed to dislike. It's amazing that this is a real exchange. Now, again, I've cut quite a bit out here because it becomes mainly like a debate. Like, she's treating dating like it's a battle. So he tries to explain, like, look, things haven't been great for me in our experiences so far either. You were like over an hour late, you know, previously, and then you didn't want to like hold my arm or anything like that, didn't invite me in, so I was just getting the signals that maybe we're not at this point where we should be going to these super expensive restaurants together. We should get to know each other a little bit, you know, slower at places like the Cheesecake Factory, which I think is a fine thought process there. Like, okay, so we're not at the point where we're close enough or really getting to know each other enough that we should be going to these like really wild places. Let's start small at something more like the Cheesecake Factory. I think that makes a ton of sense. And here he says, like, look, this is where I think we could go at some point, or could have gone. And she's like, nope, that's where we should have gone tonight. Call them now. And he's just like, no, I'm not doing that. So then she's saying, just call something else that's equivalently fancy. He's like, no, I'm not doing that either. Like, I can't believe that she still thinks this is a salvageable situation. This is completely ruined. This is kaput. You are not going to get dinner together tonight after this. You shouldn't be going to get dinner together after this. You have refused to get out of his car. You have decided to publicly try and humiliate him for something he didn't even really do wrong in the first place. Why the fuck would he then go out of his way to go to like another wildly over-the-top restaurant or something like that? It's pure delusion.
So, respectfully, I'm gonna just drop you off at home.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Yeah. I'm up.
So, you just want to call it a night? I mean, isn't there some kind of compromise or something? Ladies, can you believe this?
I was actually shocked that he still drove her home and offered to take her and drop her off. I imagine a lot of people in this situation would have told her just, you know, get out and take an Uber home or something. So I do think this was a big W move from the guy here. He felt very disrespected because he obviously was. And he said, look, this is where the evening concludes. I'm just going to take you home. And somehow she has the gall to be surprised. Like, I don't understand how she would be shocked that he's just taking her back. You've insulted him, and you have publicly tried to shame him. Why in the fuck would he still try and, like, compromise to find, like, a dinner for you two that evening? So that's kind of where the whole thing stops. I just don't understand why she would ever do this in the first place. And not only do this, but then post it. It's so wild to me. It's such a fascinating concept. Because this is a truly embarrassing moment. You have filmed one of the worst dates I have ever seen. Well, I'm sure there's worse dates. But like one of the cringiest dates I've ever seen because of you. And you're the one that posted it. I don't know. It's fucking awful. That's really about it. I just had to talk about it a little bit. That's it. See ya. Alright, fine. Let's talk about Just Stop Oil, the saviors of soup, the mashed potato paladins. I'm sure you're familiar with them by now. Their big claim to fame is the time they threw tomato soup on that Van Gogh painting about a week ago. I'll go ahead and play the clip in case you don't know what I'm talking about. This was their big protest here that lit the fire under everyone's ass and immediately made us stop using oil and saved the planet. Now, the painting wasn't injured in this stunt. There was no damage done to the painting or anything like that. And they said they wouldn't have done it if they thought there would be the chance of, ruining the piece. It was behind glass. Their intention with this wasn't to try and get people rallying behind them to start a movement of, throwing food at paintings like, gather your kids together and get their Lunchables and go to your nearby museum to throw them at the paintings. God forbid French onion soup into the fray. Lord help us all if that was the case. The main purpose behind this demonstration and all of the other demonstrations is to try and get a conversation started on the deeper meaning behind their protests. But because it's all been so silly and stupid, the only conversation that's been had is roast sessions on them, calling them clowns and just focusing on how outrageous this whole thing they've done is. This was a huge deal that I didn't really bother talking about because I thought it'd be a one and done kind of thing. But since this, they've become very brave and bold and really fighting the good fight out there by throwing mashed potatoes on another famous painting, as well as employing the oldest trick in the book, a timeless classic everyone loves, blocking traffic and crossings. But anyway, Just Stop Oil is an activist group that is doing everything they can to keep their names in the headlines, hoping that through these controversial demonstrations, people will dig a bit deeper into the organization and support them. They're trying to convey a positive message through terrible means. The message is, climate change is a serious problem that needs to be taken seriously and we need to start acting on it. And the first thing that must be done is cutting our reliance on fossil fuels, ending certain licenses regarding oils, and look for more alternatives like renewable energy sources and stuff like that. But their demonstrations obviously aren't directly combating climate change or doing anything to help. Mother Nature isn't healing because some tomato soup got thrown on a painting. At this point, they're not even really seen as climate change activists, they're just seen as cereal soupers. But I guarantee local grocery stores are seeing a massive boom in soup sales, so that's great that they're helping local businesses, I suppose. But I also think it is a bit silly because they've taken a real message, and a message that I, as well as many people, do agree with when it comes to climate change and the importance of it. And they've turned it into a joke, a laughingstock, and turned people against it. It's made even more pathetic by the fact that they come across as massive hypocrites during their own demonstrations because they're wasting food and using cell phones. Those cell phones alone have contributed far more harm to the earth than the paintings that they're vandalizing. So it just doesn't even really seem like they believe their own messages. I feel like they're just doing it for their own personal attention or their own personal feeling of like, moral superiority. I don't really know, but there was a clip I saw just the other day where during one of their blocking moments where they're blocking traffic, one of them superglues their hand to the road and throws the superglue in the drain right next to them. Fighting the good fight. I'm not 100% certain that this was from a Just Stop Oil protest. This could have been Extinction Rebellion or something else, but even still, all of these similar organizations are now using similar tactics, and I feel like it's all started because of Just Stop Oil. But Just Stop Oil is by far the biggest here at the moment, and it's also the one that has some very weird shit going on with it. For instance, it's backed by an oil heiress. An oil heiress named Eileen Getty has donated a lot of money to this group, and that immediately throws into question the legitimacy behind the organization, because it's an oil heiress, right? Like, that immediately raises some red flags. Now, I've done a little bit of research on her. Of course, I'm no expert. I don't know her life or anything like that, but from everything I've read, it seems like she's never directly been in the oil business herself. She's been more focused on philanthropy, but again, I'm not 100% sure. So, take all of this with a grain of salt, but she does back Just Stop Oil, and I do think it is a really weird look that an oil heiress is someone that's kind of behind this. I don't know if this is conspiratorial, but I do think there is merit behind the belief that Just Stop Oil is purposely silly and useless with their protests in order to belittle the message behind Just Stop Oil, to try and make people turn against it and only look at climate change as like a joke and equate climate change with soup throwing public protests, where they're immediately just going to be like laughing about it and just not take it seriously and weaken the message, because all of these protests are dumb. They may be throwing tomato soup on paintings, but the entire public is throwing tomatoes at them, and it just completely takes all of the real messaging down. It's been doing more harm than good to the cause that they're supposed to be rallying for. And it's also weird that they're not actually targeting anything directly related to what they're protesting against. They're not targeting like oil locations or, higher ups in the oil field or anything like that. They're just sticking with very public things that only affect normal people as opposed to the people in power. The whole thing does feel very fishy. And I've seen a couple of takes from people that support Just Stop Oil about how, it's ridiculous that we care more about art, this old painting, than we do life on Earth and the environment. And I think that's an argument in bad faith, because no one's comparing this art to life. Nobody's doing that. No one is saying we care more about this art than the planet. That's just not a conversation that's been being had. The people that are talking about the art more than your message is because they're talking about you throwing fucking soup on it and how silly it is. They're not saying that that art is more important to protect than the planet. You've just done something so outrageous that everyone is now focused on the actual outrageous thing you've done, which happens to involve that art. So I feel like a lot of wires are getting crossed here. And I also see a lot of people saying, well, what else are we supposed to do? How do we get, the higher-ups' attention? We've tried everything, and nothing's changing, so why don't we do these big public displays? And in this perspective, I can kind of understand feeling powerless and just trying to do anything to put the message out there, but why does it have to be something overwhelmingly negative and negatively affecting the people around you? You can absolutely get this message across in a positive way. Let's take, for example, Mr. Beast. I know this isn't exactly the best example, but Mr. Beast built his entire career around doing extremely positive things, and now he's the biggest YouTuber on the planet. And he is an extremely successful person. I believe the Mr. Beast brand is valued at over $1 billion now. And that's through only positive messaging and positive things. You can absolutely get messages across in a positive way. It doesn't always have to be like some kind of, vandalism or spray painting cars and shit like that, blocking people's route to work. Why not try a more positive thing and get people talking about you in a good light? Like, hey, did you see what Just Stop Oil did the other day? They saved 15 kids from a burning orphanage. Man, those are some heroes out there. I wonder what else they're up to. As opposed to, man, I'm 50 fucking minutes late to work because 8 people linked their arms and sat down on the interstate and there was nothing we could do about it. When your entire organization relies on people joining in order for it to be strong, there is a such thing as bad publicity. You don't want people to view you in a shitty way, because then you're going to have less people join and support you. So, anyway, that's just me ranting about all of this. I also ranted a bit more about it on stream in relation to the mashed potato incident, so I'll show you some clips of that now real quick. It's really popping off. It's getting the message across really well. I'm sure any day now we'll stop using oil. What is that going to do for them? We've gone over this before when they threw tomato soup on that other painting. We'll go over it again. The idea behind it is get their name in the headlines. Hopefully people will look at the message and be like, all right, I'll support that. That doesn't happen, obviously. All people do is they see the headlines like, wow, bunch of fucking lunatics. I'm going to ignore the message. Terrorist organization. All right, let's not get carried away. Right now, their terror attacks consist of throwing tomato soup and mashed potatoes on paintings. Both of which were behind glass, so they didn't actually damage them. They just made themselves look super stupid. I wouldn't necessarily call them terrorists. If they really wanted to do something to, like, directly try and impact it, I don't know why they wouldn't target the actual oil companies or something. Like, instead of just blocking the interstate for normal working people, why not block the driveway to one of their houses or some shit? Or block the exit to one of their factories or some shit. Play the video. It's not a very interesting video, but sure, here. It's exactly what you expect. They throw mashed potatoes and then super glue their hands to the wall. Blocking traffic is the worst thing. I don't know if Just Stop Oil blocks traffic. They might. I know it might be Extinction Rebellion that does it, but for some reason, some of these groups block traffic for normal people. So then it's just working people that are significantly late to work because they were blocking traffic to get their message across. Everyone that was late now immediately writes them off and will always go against them 100% of the time. It's just fucking worthless. Oh yeah, they blocked an ambulance once too. I remember that one. That was Extinction Rebellion, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, overall, I just find this whole thing to be a massive miss here, just a fat L for the protests, because the only conversations being had are about how dumb it is, you know, and it's weakening the actual message, which I do think is a good message overall. So it's just doing more harm than good, and it's not doing anything positive or beneficial anywhere. So yeah, just wanted to talk about this a little bit. That's it. See ya. Caleb sent me this and said it was like really hard to watch. And I didn't expect it to actually be hard to watch, but it is. This is a family vlog channel that did the standard YouTuber thing where it's we broke up. But this one did it in such an uncomfortable way because it's very clear that this was a one-sided breakup. The wife broke up with the husband. And she, to his face throughout this video, just keeps saying why she was right to break up with him. I only watched about a minute and a half. Well, it was more like 2.5 minutes. And she's like, yeah, when I thought about you with other women, I just got so happy that you just wouldn't be with me anymore. Like, right to his face as he's still about to cry. So I figured we could at least watch this together and see kind of what it's all about.
Are you gonna cry?
No.
I might. I'm just kidding.
Thanks to the Prime Zeppelin.
All right. And then personal things, family things, and obviously what we are telling you now.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
This is another thing about family vlog channels. They share fucking everything. There are no secrets between them and me. Like I said, I watched about 2.5 minutes and I felt like I was getting broken up with. I was getting emotional. I've never even heard of this channel before. They just share the most personal shit of all time. It's wild to me that they, like, anyone would think it's a good idea.
It's just hard to know in that situation from a content point of view.
And everything's content, baby. We break up for content, goddammit.
We were going through a lot of emotions and a lot of sad, at least I was going through a lot of sad emotions, so...
He just keeps saying, like, I was sad, and she is never sad about it.
I was still in the denial phase, like, no, this can't be happening.
Yeah.
Can't be happening, but... Sadly, it is, and it happened.
This is so uncomfortable.
Awkward, and we're here. Yeah, and we're here.
Why
so,
do it?
Like it, and but I'm better now. So yeah.
It feels like she intimidated him into making this video.
So
Does it make you feel better to say it like that? Do you feel better because it's not you?
Oh yeah, because I tried my ass off to make it work in the end, and
But that's the thing, guys.
Yeah.
If you're listening,
wasn't good
in
enough.
the end doesn't always
You blew it.
work anymore. And
could they be faking it? I don't know. We'll see.
In my mind, where I felt like, are we just best friends? Like I feel like that's what we are. Is there more to it than that? You know,
we're watching a couple break up. God damn it!
Crazy and dramatic. Nobody like cheated. Nobody like.
This is about where I stopped.
Feelings were hurt though. You did some things that hurt my feelings, but I found out later on.
Can you please clarify that I wasn't cheating?
Yeah, you weren't cheating.
People will dig into
You
that.
did a lot of things that bothered me. I wouldn't consider them full-blown cheating, but it was definitely
close.
lines
Oscar, I'm
that we
not
shouldn't have
keeping
crossed.
that.
Alright, fine. What about that situation bothers you?
Yeah.
It's not that situation. I just feel like
Yeah, that sounds like cheating to me, Oscar.
Like specific things. Like, do we want to talk about when I had mental
It was only oral.
issues, you were not there for me,
And it's my fault.
To, like, dig into all of that.
I wasn't a good enough husband.
And I do think something like this, it's sad that it took this.
It takes two in a relationship. And
Oscar wasn't pulling his
not,
weight.
Like, yes, there are things he has done to hurt me or made us drift apart or like all the things, right?
Yeah.
But
It's all his
so
fault.
have I. Thinking of Oscar being happy with somebody else,
Yep, there it
and
is.
that made me happier. That's when I knew I didn't want to be with you anymore.
Why say that to his face on camera for your audience? Like, why do that? You have sat this man down and are breaking up with him again and rubbing his nose in it like a dog who took his shit on the carpet, and you're like, hey, don't do that again. You know, like making him smell it. What is the point? You could have just said it in like a 1 minute video, like, hey, look, we broke up, it was mutual, we're fucking done, alright? The channel will go on. But instead we have a 15-minute dissertation about why she was in the right to break up with Oscar. This is where I stopped. I forgot about this part. But yeah, this is where I stopped initially. So this is going to be uncharted water for me. I'm going to go in deep. I'm going to be the couple's therapy here. I'm going to analyze everything because, god damn it, it's here for me to analyze. I want to take a peek and see what's gone wrong here.
When I think of you with somebody else and that's what I want for you, I don't think you're in love with that person.
Really?
Yeah, can you handle that? You like that, Oscar?
I've never heard that side, so it's a lot to take in right now. But
yeah, luckily we're doing it on camera.
No, I don't like the things that you like. I don't want the same things that you want. I'm not interested in the same things that you like. And I want you to have that. So why am I like selfishly hanging on with a million other reasons? Like, guys, there's a lot. That's like the main.
I love soap operas now. This is good.
So what triggered you to be so mean though this last month? Not that she was horrible. She was actually very nice to me during the actual breakup process. But there was a phase where like I was trying.
Once I had decided that I didn't want to be with Oscar,
I'm about to watch a fight.
Tell him that because we were going on the. Like,
I'm watching a domestic issue.
So I instead.
You were doing a lot to push me away, not like in a.
Subconsciously, I really was like self-sabotaging.
Why would you do that? Come on now.
Trying to get you to break up with me, so it wasn't me. I don't.
Even the cat's upset back there. It's pissing on your couch.
Like as soon as I decide something, you know that. Like I want to say it. I want to tell you. I can't just like.
This is just an argument. Yeah, they're literally just arguing here.
Yes, I did explode a few times, guys, and I've worked on it. I've actually gotten way better at it over the years.
Why? They sat here and recorded this, and then edited it, and they're like, "Yep, this is how we announce it. This is how we do it. We go out with a bang." And for what it's worth, the vlogs have continued. He is still living at the house, and they're still making vlogs together, but they are no longer together, which makes it very uncomfortable. I tried watching the most recent one. It makes it very weird with that bit of context, because you can see the kids are pretty sad about it. So, yep, I would say, as the unqualified therapist, the outsider here, the stranger you've invited into your lives, I would say you probably should take like a month, 2 months off from vlogs, would be my prescription here. And maybe like rethink how we approach the breakup announcement in the first place. Like maybe it could have just been summed up in a tweet.
Said you're prepping for our breakup video?
Yeah, this is how we do it. I'd start fucking throwing plates and then hitting you over the head with a frying pan like it's Looney Tunes.
I thought you actually were saying that they were throwing things at each other.
No, well they're just arguing. She brought up how angry he gets and how he throws things, but then she just keeps piling on more and more things into this lore.
Good.
So it's not really a breakup.
This is the thing about this video that I hate, is it's like, you did, I did. Like,
and you still chose to post it.
That's what I said.
This is what's happening. I'm sad. I know you guys are going to be sad. I'm sorry that we haven't made a video about it for a minute.
I don't know.
Long story short, I do feel like we're in a really good place right now. We're still...
It looks healthy.
We're figuring it out, yeah.
We have a whole life.
This looks pretty healthy to me.
For 7 years. It takes a minute to like know.
7 years.
Extremely respectful of the breakup process. Nobody else, like I said, like she said, no one else.
I thought you said that she broke up with him.
Nothing. Currently, no one.
Yeah, she broke up with him. She said that the idea of him being with other women made her happier than being with him. So she got tired of him. She didn't like that he would get angry sometimes. So for like a year, she hasn't liked their relationship or something. But they recently just had a new baby last year. So basically, since they've had that baby, she's not like this man.
So, see, kids don't solve everything.
No, probably not. But they're good for that YouTube paycheck.
Oh, can I tell you the funniest conversation I had with you?
What?
In Florida when we were on the phone.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I guess, whatever.
Yeah, just share everything.
He went to
I want to hear it all.
club. Can I say that?
Yeah, I don't care.
The night before, and then we were talking about it, and I was like, well, did you like get a lap dance or anything? And he's like, no, I feel too awkward. So anyways, long story short.
I didn't go alone, by the way. I went with a group of friends.
Right.
Anyways.
Where's the story?
Didn't get a lap dance.
I'm not gonna come now.
Made just as much money as the stripper.
I barely threw anything, but sure.
Tell them you barely didn't and how much it was.
Okay.
Man, you sound like an idiot.
Hey, I just
That's not things you just talk about in a video.
I feel like a baller.
You didn't even get a
Yeah, he's having fun.
Okay, anyways, revert. Go back. So then.
To be fair, it looks like it was miserable going through this breakup with her.
Do that. And I was trying to give him advice on like how to sleep with girls or like know when a girl wants to. And
Jesus
all that.
Christ.
And it was,
They are literally still married.
First of all, when you about that.
like, I don't know, guys.
Well, are they actually married or?
Oh yeah, they are. They've been together for like 7 years now.
So they're full on divorcing. It's not just a breakup. Like they're just
I think so.
Like I mean, like they're talking about like still doing their taxes together. So it made me think that they were married, but they haven't said anything about like divorce. They just keep saying like a breakup.
Yeah. Thanks.
Are they like working through it but staying married for the tax benefits? Like, is that?
I have no idea. Thanks to the resub Pylon, Blunt, and the gift sub Satan. Good to see you, Satan. The Prime Jelly resub.
Or yeah,
Ace,
like is it
Dan,
just
and Chronic,
like turning into an open relationship? Like.
I have no idea.
What happens if I have a fifth kid though?
They have 4 kids.
That's your new person's problem, not mine. Dude.
Yeah, let's go, Oscar. We don't care.
Yeah, that's where we're at. Vlog.
We're done.
He's like, all right, I'm just gonna end it here.
Like, living in the same house with 4 kids, what could go wrong? Right?
Yeah.
He looks so stressed.
Well, yeah, I guess a lot of things, but
he's very unhappy. He's not having fun.
Leave your questions down below. We'll probably do a Q&A because why not?
Yes, why not? You're already being open enough as it is.
Everybody in our lives thinks
confidence. I love it. The fact that you think after everything you put me through, I would be like,
me, but you.
This is so weird. I feel so bad right now.
Yeah.
Here and there.
This is.
I don't know why they would upload this.
I don't know.
oh, there it is.
This is 2 people that fucking hate each other, pretending they don't.
To Oscar.
Yeah.
But guys, that was early on.
That was rough.
Yeah, no, that got worse and worse and worse. It was just a full-blown domestic dispute that they filmed. This is what I mean. Like, people literally live through YouTubers and their lives.
Well, hey, Oscar's glow up after this is about to be iconic. At least people are on his side on it. More of like a this is.
Yeah, most people are. Well, it was pretty clear that she fucking hates Oscar.
Yeah.
He was definitely the one that was hurting the most here.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she looked.
Literally, yeah, she's so happy.
She looked fucking thrilled.
And he's just like out of it the whole time. Like.
Yeah.
He wasn't there.
Exit Tier 1 Wolf.
He looked miserable. Like, he didn't want to be doing that whole thing. I mean, I didn't see the beginning, but I'm sure he looked the same way.
Yeah. They didn't do a Q&A yet. I already looked earlier. Oh my god, never mind, they did. How did I miss this? I saw this one. This one was very uncomfortable. But I didn't see this. Oh my god,
there's 22 minutes.
There's still so much more to learn. I don't know.
You sound excited to be.
Not really. I don't know. That was very uncomfortable. I just feel kind of dirty and slimy just for knowing that much about that couple for no reason. I don't really care about that. It was just, he clearly doesn't want to.
Okay,
and she's telling him how to get girls. I mean,
this video so soon. I actually filmed.
Oh, and one of their kids is watching this.
That first there's so many questions that we're like, all right, we need to address something.
I think the next time that we film a video in the kitchen, it needs to be a positive video.
Oh god.
So I kind of thought that we would.
Time to watch Mom and Dad fight on camera again.
Like things that I wanted to. You said nothing the whole time. Yeah, and I had to say anything because these are awkward conversations to have. You don't really know what.
You don't have to have these conversations on camera. You really don't.
All the backlash. So and like it's funny. We have like banter.
Yeah.
We're in a good place.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
No.
Yes. Yeah,
no, are we in a good place?
Yes.
Tell them.
I'm laughing because the nipple thing was out of habit and I didn't squeeze. I just was like, oh wait.
Yeah, he didn't. And he said, yeah. But like,
thank God, Oscar, your honor is still intact.
That kind of tends to happen.
People also don't.
I mean, that's the whole point.
Oh, really? Why?
Oh,
yeah. No, guys, it is done. Like.
Whoa. I mean, it is, but relax.
I hope Oscar's side hoe walks in to like help answer questions. I just want to know he's doing okay.
It was important. So like, that's when I started to just feel defeated. But that's
just tell me why you hate him.
Decided. Oh,
that's all I care about.
And I stayed with him.
Stop cushioning the blow. He can take it.
At all, never asked Oscar to get a vasectomy. I did not want him to get a vasectomy. I wanted more kids, and
I see why he did it now.
He didn't get the vasectomy. Oscar had to have a vasectomy. He was going to do that. Yeah. No.
Honestly, good idea, Oscar. Made the right call.
It has nothing to do with me. Yeah, that has nothing. I don't want to get.
Is that what made you hate him? Because his wiener is snipped?
It had nothing to do with having.
I feel like I'm getting to the bottom of this.
So I mean, his wiener's not weird
snipped.
About bodies.
No, his wiener's cut in half now. That's what a vasectomy is. They split it in half like a meat stick.
A little while ago, we've had a lot of people say, like, are you guys going to get back together in the future?
No,
or, like,
Oscar's
how
done.
Official is this?
It's official.
Yeah. Oscar seems so strong now.
Future brings. Like, I don't want to say. Like, I think it'd be.
No, Oscar, put your fucking foot down. Say no.
He did.
This is where things.
He did, and then she talked over him.
To ever lead, then so
yeah, I would say the same thing. I don't want to speak for my future self, but as of right now, it's like an official no. I don't.
Nice. That's all I needed to hear. Good work, Oscar.
You're done.
Yeah, I don't want to watch 22 fucking minutes of it. It's still so uncomfortable.
It really is.
I don't know why people post these things. That's just so much. He got his balls snipped, and she still has them in her purse.
She's probably like, here, freeze some for me.
Rough, yeah. Shit YouTuber intros. It's in the game. Today I'd like us to take a look at 3 exceptionally awful YouTuber introductions that make me want to puke out of my penis. Now, there's probably worse on the platform, but after looking around at a bunch of YouTube douchebag content, these 3 really stuck out to me as examples of awful, extremely bad intros. The first one we're going to look at comes from YouTube's own Dragon King of clickbait, douchebaggery, overnight 3 AM challenges, don't tell your mom because Mickey Mouse is coming to put a fat nasty chode in her butthole, Aldo's World. All he does is the most generic content, you know, staying inside my own house on my own bed for 8 hours at night to go to sleep. You won't believe how well I slept gone sexual. Just shit like that, the worst kind of content. But he has perhaps the worst intro of all 3 we're going to see today. So let's go ahead and just look at that one right now.
Mario? What the? Mamma mia!
Fucking whoa. The litness levels on that intro are off the charts. You know, that dragon may have looked CGI, but it wasn't. That was Aldo in his real form. Aldo's an actual dragon that's just taking on the human form of a douchebag. Man, that shit was fucking wild. Have you ever seen Windows Movie Maker used to this level of talent, this level of expertise? He made this look like a Marvel Studios FX reel. It's amazing what he was able to do with PowerPoint here. I mean, I fucking love it. It's a little CGI dragon from some low-budget indie movie, I suppose, and then he clipped it into his intro, and then he's got the clip art fire effects surrounding him, and then he's just kind of rising up from the fire like a phoenix rising from the ashes of dead YouTube trends, but he's still going for it. I'm Aldo's World, and today I'm FaceTiming Buzz Lightyear at 3 AM. You won't believe how much he haunts my boners now because of this. It's fucking bad. It's just really bad across the board. And then he has his Dragon Ball Z intro for his merch, like a little Dragon Ball Z thing going on there to plug the merch. It's just, across the board, it's horrible. It's abominable. Yeah, Aldo, if you're watching, I got some advice. Just get rid of it. That's how you can fix it. There's no salvaging what you currently have. Just scrap it and start over something fresh. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. This one's from Custom Grow 420.
Yeah, what up, YouTube? YouTube, what up? Jolie coming at you. Custom Grow 420. This I did have a channel design for cannabis patients and adults. Alright, man.
Great, that was nice and concise. It only took 45 seconds to go through this little monologue you had prepared for every single video you've ever made. Nice. It was really pleasant on the ears, too, to hear that. And he does this with every single video, no matter the context, and he doesn't care if there's a guest there. He'll still do it and take up, like, the first 40 seconds of the video just for this intro. And they're all so uncomfortable around it, it seems. Like, look at this clip.
Yeah, what up, YouTube? What up? Jolie coming at ya. For Custom Grow 420 This 18-number channel designed for cannabis patients and adults.
It's so fucking long. Goodness gracious. That guy on the left over there in the beanie looks like he's ready to just take a fire axe to Joe's head in the intro. He's analyzing every possible escape to just get the fuck out of there. You know, just going over possible escape plans in his head like Ethan Hunt trying to get out of a torture scenario. If I start a fire, maybe we can all just get out and just get this shit over with so I don't have to keep hearing this intro. But what if I take, you know, this fork and put it in the electrical outlet? It'd be a lot better to electrocute myself than keep listening to this intro. It's too long. And you can see how uncomfortable both of them are in this clip right here. The guy keeps looking at the camera on the man like, please make this guy stop. Joe, it's too long, man. Like, come on. Don't do it for every single video. If you got guests, don't make them sit there for 40 seconds listening to you do this Shakespearean recital or whatever the fuck this is supposed to be. It's just bad. And in all measurable aspects of a possible intro, it's bad. So that's the end of that one. Let's go ahead and go to the third one. This one's from Eli So Cray. And this one's really bad because it's also just as long and even more douchey.
Hey guys, before we get into this video, everybody make sure you go subscribe to my vlog channel, Eli So Cray Vlogs. Type it in, boom, pops up, click it, hit the subscribe button. Also hit the post notification bell right here, just like I did, so you never miss a upload. If
Yeah, honestly, I'd hate to miss an upload from you, Eli.
you do not turn on this bell, you might miss my videos and then you will not see them. Go follow me on Instagram at Eli_So_Cray. I might just follow you back, so go follow me right now. Also, go subscribe to my mom's channel, Patricia Belton, and do the same exact thing. Thank you.
Oh my god.
He plugs everything he can think of. Please also don't forget to like my 4th grade English teacher's Facebook page. She gave me great grades. She was a great lady. Don't forget to go smash that motherfucking like button over there. Oh, also, my mailman is super fucking savage, so here's his LinkedIn. If any of you guys have a job for him, make sure to shoot him a job email. He just plugs everything in his life, every person in his life. It's very overwhelming how much he plugs here, and before he even starts the video. It's so douchey. I hate when people do this, like, hey, before we get into this video, please go everywhere else that I've ever, you know, associated with and hit the like button, follow button, whatever. It's fucking dumb. I hate that shit. The guy's content is also shitty, so his intro matches the rest of his content. He does exactly what every other generic douchebag YouTuber does, like the FaceTiming at 3 a.m., the overnight challenges. He puts a little different spin on it. Sometimes he's like, I fucked the Fortnite default dance or something. And that I can kind of respect. At least it's different. There's not a whole lot of people, you know, fucking Fortnite default dances. But other than that, it's just generic shit-ass content with an even worse intro. Now, like I said, I'm sure there's worse intros on here, but while just perusing around looking at shitty YouTube douche-tuber content, these were the 3 worst intros I found. So, I mean, yeah, that's it. If you're trying to be an up-and-coming YouTuber, please avoid doing anything even remotely close to these intros you just saw today. So, yeah.